Hey, 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 all of my bullet journaling friends. So we are back today, finishing up my December layout and just filling in all of the things. We are going to start out with my monthly layout and just filling in the calendar. So this is definitely going to be more of a laid back type plan with me, kind of, fill out the month with me, I guess. I don't know. But then at the end, we are going to get back into more of setting up the rest of the pages. I have a meal plan that I need to set up, and then my cleaning schedule, which while I was editing this, I was like, oh, you know what? I probably should do that cleaning schedule today. I have a few things that we need to get done today. And it's going to be a busy weekend. So all right, so the first thing I'm doing is just filling in my kids' sports schedule. It is pretty light, but baseball is starting back up for my oldest. He only usually gets about a month off from baseball for the year, pretty much. Maybe two. Usually they take the month of August pretty light, also just because that's the end of their season. So. And then basketball for my little guy, which he practices 2 days a week and has games on Sundays. So I did just put that in. And then we went in and I put in important dates for this monthly. Um, and things like lunch dates, things like my dog's grooming appointments, um, other things like, which it looks like, I thought my dog's groomer's appointment was the next week. Anyways, he gets it next week. And then things like that we're doing with the family, like Christmas parties, obviously, and Christmas events that our family does. So did that, and we're going to turn the page. We're going to go through and do our 25 days of Christmas. A lot of this might be done in pencil and in pen, just because this can definitely change from day to day. But you're going to see me flipping back and forth from last year to this year. If you haven't been following, I keep all of my December plans in a Christmas planner. And that's because a lot of the stuff I like to track from year to year, or I need the information from year to year, like I'm kind of doing now. We do a lot of the same events, we do a lot of the same traditions, that kind of thing. And flipping back and forth is always much easier for me to plan our month out. So I loved that spread last year. So that's what you're going to see me do. And then obviously you see me switching to pencil because as much as I like to plan ahead, things come up in life, obviously, and I need to be a little bit flexible, obviously. Kind of like this weekend. I don't know how much we will get done this weekend because we have lots of plans. I have a wedding that I am photographing, and time will just be a little pressed. So I am going to just put you on the music though, so that you can enjoy it. Just sit back and relax. If you have any questions about this, definitely let me know in the comments. Like if you can't see, or if you have questions about activities that we do, I guess it'd be pretty hard to see. Maybe I'll zoom in here. There we go. We moved in a little bit more, but you can see from there. It's little things. Most of it is watching movies. A lot of it's watching movies because my boys are older. My boys are 16 and 11. So not so many. We used to do tons of crafts when they were younger, but not so much crafts anymore. Lots of movies and movie nights, and things that are making cookies, making peppermint bark, that type of thing. Like having brunch, like Santa pancakes at brunch, that kind of thing that, still makes things a little bit special, but also good for them, to be older. You know, we go and look at Christmas lights. But yeah, if you need, and we also have a whole Grinch week. So we do one whole week where we do all Grinch themes and stuff because we are a Grinch family over here. We love our Grinch. Okay, so now we're going to flip over to my meal plan section. This is definitely going to be important this month as things get busy. I actually need to go through this today and get some groceries because I haven't done that in a minute. And get the boys some things that they can pop in the oven because there are nights where I'm not going to be here this weekend due to plans that I have of my own Christmas stuff. As you know, my boys are getting older and I'm able to leave them at home and go do my own stuff nowadays. And then obviously I have to work. So, and my husband has to work nights. So they need a few things to be able to pop in the oven and eat themselves. So I need to go through and do this actually probably today, get a few groceries. But I am just using the the Izzy stamp set from Carrie Bradford. This is a very popular one in my eyes, for me. I use this a lot in my planning. I love this font. Unfortunately, it's not available anymore. She does do like one-time deals. Actually, I think the big version of this was available just a couple weeks ago. I need to go see if it is still because I really want that set too. But this is the smaller one. And but I will link it below. If it is available, I will link it below because this is one of my favorites. Carrie Bradford has so many good fonts out there, but you got to move on them because they're very popular. But the first thing I kind of do with my meal plan is go through my calendar and mark out nights that I know I'm not going to need anything, or mark in days that I know that we need something quick. So nights like there was like 2 Christmas parties that I marked down in there. And then there were some nights that we have some fundraisers where we're going to eat at the fundraiser. And then I put a pizza night because that's going to be the night that I have a wedding. And I will probably just order the boys some pizza or something like that because it's going to be a busy night. And then I'm flipping back to my meal plan from last year and just using that. We pretty much rotate the same like 30-ish meals around and with some leftovers and call it good. So that's kind of my way of doing things. I try and add a few new meals in every once in a while, but December is probably not the month that I will add in new meals. December is going to be the month where I'm like, we just need quick and dirty meals, crockpot meals, wiener wraps, sloppy joes, that type of tacos. Tacos will be big this month. And do it that way. Philly steaks, that's probably another one that's going to be a big one because that's pretty easy and all that kind of stuff. So actually, I did just add that creamy sausage pasta, which didn't get made on the 6th. This is the 8th now that I'm recording this. But I'll move that down. That is a new meal. So I'm surprised I added that in there. We actually went out to dinner with my father that day, so we didn't need a meal. But yeah, and that's kind of how I plan. And you're going to see that I only really plan for about 2 weeks. Usually I do plan for a whole month, but for this video purposes, I only plan for about 2 weeks and then moved on to the next. And the next thing to come up is going to be a cleaning schedule. So normally I don't put this in my bullet journal, but I did love this last year. It did help me stay on track. Now, I did just say it's the 8th and I haven't filled this out yet, but that's okay. It's only the first week. And we did do cleaning last week, so I will go back and fill it out. I just didn't fill it out. And then today I'm actually going to have my children clean out the truck because I need to go get that cleaned before I have people jumping in it. But this helps me keep track of things and what needs to be cleaned. And my children are older, so I generally do have them help with quite a bit. But in these days where I'm trying to keep up with bullet journaling, videos, and then on my other channel, if you don't know about that one, I have a scrapbooking / card making channel at Create with K. I will link that below, and you can follow me there too. I'm trying to keep up with that because December Daily is a daily thing. Not that I post daily videos, but I'm trying to post at least 2 times a week and get the actual scrapbooking done in a very busy season. It's a lot. Plus my own job, as you heard, I'm a photographer and I have a wedding this month. So it's a busy, busy month. So I'm trying to keep all of the things going and, So what I kind of do is I break this up into daily rooms is what I do. And we tackle a room each night pretty much. And then I check off that weekly pretty much. I think that's what that is. Hold on. I think that's how I'm not envisioning it. Oh, my planner is not down here. I don't completely set this up here, but I get the gist of it. So, yes. Okay. Yeah. Because there's 5 weeks. And then going down the side, you're going to see I do put in the days. I had to remind myself. And then I put in 4 tasks for that room. And most of the time it's like the living room, we vacuumed, we dusted, we picked up, that type of thing. And I will mark off each task that we did that week. So if we didn't get to dusting, no big deal. We'll pick that up the next week because I've seen that we didn't dust the first week. That's kind of how I keep track of things. And at the end of the month, we host New Year's Eve. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to keep the house decent for. And then, of course, keeping the house picked up so I don't have to do it the week before Christmas and, that type of thing. And that we can kind of just enjoy our holiday season without having to clean the whole house every time that we need to clean. We're just cleaning, doing 15-minute, real quick assignments pretty much is what I do. So I usually assign each kid one thing and tell them to go before you get that Wi-Fi, right? Hold the Wi-Fi hostage, Mom and Dad. Hold the Wi-Fi. That's the only way you get things done around these parts nowadays. So again, using that holiday red to mark the days. So you'll see it will just be Monday, Tuesday, all the way down. And we do usually take the weekend. We'll either do it Saturday or Sunday, either one, so that we kind of get a day off. All right, so now we are going to start my daily pages where we will keep obviously my daily to-do list, and then the journaling of the day. I am going to do it a little bit different this time. I haven't exactly needed a whole page of journaling and to-do list at this point. And I feel like it's been a little bit of pressure situation to fill up the whole page type thing. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do this as almost a running type deal where I just write what I can and then I'll start the new day after it. Now, the problem with that is I can't set that up in advance because I don't know where the end of the day is going to go. I don't know if this is going to work. I probably should have just stuck with doing 1 page a day and then saying it's good, or confine myself to a half a day. But I also was going to keep in here plans for my December daily and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I probably should have just done it and set this up, because as of like today, I'm like 2 or 3 days behind because I didn't set it up. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. I'm still trying to figure out how. I still haven't bought a planner. I need to buy a planner for 2024 because I'm out of room in my other planner. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, guys. So I just used the stamp set from Ellie's Studio, My Star. Again, that's a real old stamp, so I'm not sure, but there's a million stamp stickers out there. And then I am using a super old stamp from Ellie Edwards for this December, and that's about as good as it's going to get. I will stamp the number in the star. As you can see here, this is a paper person stamp, and I'm going to call it good. That's probably what that's going to be. Maybe I'll change it from week to week as we get closer and closer to Christmas, but that's about it. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you've made it this far, put a star in the comment below just to let me know, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.